It is essential to be up to date on happenings around you, and to make that easy for you, ladies and gentlemen, we present Freshlight, where we bring fresh newspaper headlines to limelight. Mondays to Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Watch, like, subscribe, and make sure your notification is activated on our YouTube channel. You can also like and comment on our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Al-IyamoyeTv and radio.
It's weekend, it's Saturday, yes, and it is here on Freshlight, the weekend edition of newspaper headlines, where we'll bring to the limelight new headlines coming as being published by the tabloid. I am OLUWAFISAYOMI, AJIBOLA, and I say welcome to Freshlight this pleasant morning.
I'm SOWOLE, MOSHOOD. We say good morning to you all. We're presenting the Vanguard newspaper today this morning on the headlines. Why INEC can defend Tinubu's qualifications article. Obi, court shuns Apapa's lawyer. Inmate crown Sheun Kuti general overseer as he leads prayer section. 63,111 kills in Buhari's 8 years. In the Bazi, beauty, brain, and fame. All these are the frontline page on Vanguard newspaper this morning.
Okay, let's start with the one insecurity. 63,111 persons killed in Buhari's 8 years. It has this rider 98,083 killed in 12 years. 27,311 persons killed in President's first term. 35,800 killed between 2019 and May 2023. These figures are scary, talking about human lives here. For 2 long nights between May 15 and 16, Kuboat and Fugazi villages in Magul local government area LG of Plateau State were killing feeds. Terrorists unleashed mayhem on the villages, raising homes and foodstuffs, and killed no fewer than 100 persons, mostly women and children. So far, 50 bodies have been discovered. The death toll could rise as people were still running in droves from the SAG communities to Magul town and beyond to seek refuge as of press time. The lawmaker representing Magul Boko's federal constituency in the House of Representatives, Mr. Solomon Mare, said the attacks were among many in the constituency where 200 persons have been killed in the last 4 months. 3 details of that story: insecurity, 63,111 persons killed in Buhari's 8 years. It's on Vanguard this morning. Okay, also on Vanguard again, let's look at another story. And that is inmate crown Sheun Kuti general overseer as he leads prayer section. Police, he wasn't paraded. That is the rider following that story. The details: Sheun Kuti, the embattled Afrobeat singer and son of Afrobeat legend Fela Anikulapo Kuti, is being remanded at the State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, SCID, Kwanti, Yaba, Lagos, on the order of the Yaba Chief Magistrate Court for assaulting a police officer, has been crowned the general overseer of his cell by the inmates. A copy of the Holy Bible was said to have been handed over to him as an instrument of his office. His appointment as the GO was, however, not without some drama after the inmate initially rejected him. In a video that went viral, Sheun was accused of slapping a police officer on the 3rd Mainland Bridge on May 13, which prompted an order for his arrest by the Inspector General of Police, Akali Baba. 3 details of the new general overseer in charge. Yes, this time prison in charge. You can pick up a copy of Vanguard newspaper to read the details.
Still on the Vanguard newspaper, Peter Mba, NYS's positions on certificate vindicates us, petitioners. A coalition of civil society groups which had petitioned the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC), demanding confirmation of the letters certificate obtained by the Enugu governor-elect, Mr. Peter Umba, after doubting its authenticity, said it has been vindicated by the position of NYSC Director General that the certificate was fake. Recall that the Director General of NYSC, Brigadier General Y.D. Ahmed, has said that the discharge certificate held by Enugu State Governor-elect Barrister Peter Umba was not issued by the body. The NYSC boss, who was featured on Arise Television breakfast program Friday, said the argument on whether Umba has a valid NYSC certificate or not does not arise because he has told the PDP candidate in 2023 governorship election that what he presented as a certificate was fake. Peter Umba, NYSC position on certificate vindicate us, petitioner. Can read more of that on Vanguard newspaper.
SMD, I think we need to check your own certificate too from NYSC if it's original.
My NYSC is very, very authenticated.
Yes, printed in Abeokuta.
Kogi State, sir.
From Abeokuta?
Kogi State, sir.
Kogi State.
Yes,
it's
sir.
fake. It's from the federal government that is
Kababulu
original. Okay, presidential poll dispute. Why INEC can't defend Tinubu's qualification? Atiku. A former vice president and candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the last presidential election, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, on Friday berated the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) for filing process to defend the qualifications of the president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Atiku maintained that it was wrong for the electoral body to throw its weight behind the president-elect, whose election victory is being challenged in court. While accusing INEC of fighting a proxy war for Tinubu, the PDP candidate who came second in the presidential election held on February 25 through his team of lawyers led by Chief Chris Uche, SAN, urged the presidential election petition court sitting in Abuja to dismiss a counter affidavit and preliminary objection the commission filed to challenge his petition. Presidential poll dispute. Why INEC can't defend Tinubu qualifications. That is from Atiku and is found on Vanguard newspaper this morning. Okay, let's look at this story also, the last one on Vanguard newspaper before moving on to the Nation newspaper. Okay, let's look at court lift suspension order on LP chairman Abure orders. Justice Hamzat Moazu of the High Court in Abuja on Friday granted an order of stay execution on the suspension of Julius Abure, chairman of Labour Party, and others. Others are National Organizing Secretary Mr. Clement Ujuku and National Treasurer Oluchi Okpara, who were restrained from parading themselves as LP national officials. The plaintiffs in the case are Martins Ezekbali John, Lucky Shuaibu, Omogali Frank, Ayonike Latif, and Dr. Ayobami Arabambi. Courts lift suspension order on LP chairman Abure orders. Vanguard is reporting that.
Onto the front page of the Nation's newspaper this Saturday morning, we say EFCC chairman Bawa demanded $2 million bribe from me, Matawali. NDDDC share MD fights debtors at Senate over alleged corruption. Court voids nominations of LP's only governors elect orders. Tribute as FCMB founder Shubumi Balogun dies at 89. This is the front page of the Nation newspaper this morning.
Okay, let's start from the case of court. Court voids nominations of LP's only governor-elect orders. The Labour Party, which is currently embroiled in a leadership crisis, has run into a fresh storm. All affected by the court are all LP candidates in that election and that of the February 25 in the 36 states of the Federation. The ruling sparked a furious reaction from the LP. The party labeled it inconsequential, laughable, and an evil agenda by the Lamidi Apapa faction. It insisted that Oti remains the Abia State governor-elect. To read details of this story, pick up a copy of the Nation newspaper and check out for the headline. Court voids nominations of LP only governor-elect orders. Okay, let's also look at this NDDC chair. MD fights dirty at Senate over alleged corruption. The Managing Director of Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC), Samuel Ogbuku, and Chairman of the Board, Loretta Onoche, fought dirty on Friday when they accused one another of being corrupt. Ogbuku and Onoche engaged in sordid exchange during an investigative hearing by the Senate Committee on Unauthorized Spending of the 2021 and 2022 budget of the agency without the National Assembly approval. The Managing Director was represented at the section by the Executive Director in charge of Finance and Administration, Charles Eniare, while Onoche appeared in person. Eniare accused Onoche of overstepping her bounds by desperately seeking to be a signatory to NDDC account. To read details of the dramas between two former lovebirds, pick a copy of the Nation newspaper. It has the headline NDDC Chair MD Fight Dirty at Senate over alleged corruption.
I'll still on the Nation newspaper. A flood of tributes as Otumba Shibomi Balogun dies at 89. The Nation was thrown in mourning yesterday as news fluttered in Midway announcing the death of the business magnate, a lawyer and founder of the First City Monument Bank, FCMB Groups, Otumba Shibomi Balogun, who breathed its last at the age of 89 years in a London hospital after a brief illness. As news of his passing reverberated across the business community and beyond, the hail of the tributes poured in from all the corners of the globe as many spoke of the Ijebu Prince in affectionate terms and superlative adjectives. Flying the first salvo, President Muhammadu Buhari mourned the death of the late icon, even as he condoled with the Balogun's family and business communities over the loss. In a statement issued by his special advisor on media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, the President Buhari lauded the philanthropies and humanitarian services of the late Otumba Tunwashi of Ijebu Land to the community and the nation. Flood of tributes as Otumba Shibomi Balogun dies at 89. For more details on this, you can take on the Nation newspaper.
We'll go for a commercial break. When we return, we would continue with the other newspapers we have on our shelf this lovely morning. Do stay with us.
Thousands are appointed severally in the B2C greener pasture abroad. For those who are in business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential visa, visiting and tourist student visa to places like Europe, America, Asia, Africa? It's no big deal to us at Tausaf Travels and Tour. Our experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, USA, and Canada within or to offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Tausaf Central Market Street behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802 733 0900 or 0806 4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for to Tausaf Travels and
Freshlight on Al-IyamoyeTv radio. We thought of Saturday Tribune. The headlines on Saturday Tribune: 21 billion naira clinic open in Aso Rock. INEC is Atiku tells court INEC is fighting proxy war for Tinubu. So the headlines page on the front page of the Saturday Tribune.
Alleged nullification. Kano judgment against LP holds no water. Alex Oti reacts. The Labour Party has described the judgment by a state high court in Kano overturning a victory in Abia as inconsequential. The Labour Party said in a statement signed by the National Publicity Secretary Obiora Ifo that the judgment emanated from the court has no jurisdictions over the matter and this renders it ineffectual. The statement reads, and I quote, "The judgment is not only inconsequential but also laughable and holds water." End of quote. Alleged nullification. Kano judgment against LP holds no water. Alex Oti reacts.
Front news, the Tribune newspaper takes me to Osun State. Adeleke approves dissolution of Uni Osun Governing Council. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has approved the dissolution of Governing Council of Osun State University, Uni Osun, with immediate effect. The state head of service, S.A. Aina, made this known to the newsmen in Osogbo on Friday evening. He, however, appreciated the member of the Governing Council of the university for the immense contributions to the development of the university, while thanking the council member for their selfless service and commitment to the university. The governor equally appreciates them immensely for the contribution to the development of the university in particular and the state at large, and wishes them the best in future endeavor is submitted. For more details, Adeleke approved the dissolution of Uni Osun Governing Council. For more details of this, take on the Tribune newspaper.
Going to Saturday's Sun. On Saturday's Sun cover, you will see the leading story. North resumes bid for Senate presidency. It has riders like put speakership, deputy Senate president at second option. I won't step down, Wase. Anambra attack, security forces rescue 2 abducted convoy members. I almost quit 6 times on first day. Al-IyamoyeTv, Guinness World Record smashing chef. Again, court dismisses EFCC appeal against Kogi's suit. These are headlines on the Sun newspaper as published this weekend. Looking at the fourth story, North resume bid for Senate presidency. Despite the recent announcement regarding the zoning of leadership position in the 10th National Assembly by the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, some members-elect from the North are still pushing for a different agenda. In the announcement by the APC, the position of the President of the Senate was zoned to the South-South, with Gospel Akpabio as the preferred candidate. Barau Jubril from Northwest was favored to emerge as Deputy President of the Senate. Read details on the Sun. North resume bid for Senate presidency.
I'll state on Saturday Sun newspaper, FD complete concession of Abuja Kano airports. The Ministry of Aviation has revealed that the concession of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, and Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano, has been approved by the Federal Executive Council. In a statement by the Special Assistant on the Public Affairs of the Minister of Aviation, James Odaudu, the minister said there was a thorough and comprehensive evaluation process that commenced with the request for qualification, advertised in local and international media on 16th August 2021, and after subsequent evaluation of the technical and financial bids, coupled with the due diligence visit conducted from December 27 to 29th and January 9th to 10th, 2023, the Corporation American Airport Consortium emerged as the preferred bidder. The consortium of NAIA and MKIA will considerably enhance the operational efficiency and profitability of the airports. FD complete concession of Abuja Kano Airport. Take out the Saturday Sun newspaper for more details on this.
Going to Daily Trust newspaper, you will see this cover: concern over rising numbers of children killing parents. Also on the cover page, major issues that shaped Ninth House of Reps. Police confirm 87 killed in Plateau attack, arrest 2. Electric buses, decarbonizing Lagos transport system. These, among others, are stories that graced the cover page of Daily Trust this morning. Looking at the first story here, Nigeria must tackle menace of delayed medical attention. Senator OLUWAFISAYOMI, Chairman, Senate Committee on Health, Dr. Ibrahim Yahaya OLUWAFISAYOMI, has called for concerted efforts to tackle the issue of delayed medical attention in the country. This, according to the Kwara Center Senator, will forestall avoidable complications and death that would arise from such scenarios. The senator spoke in the Ilorin, Kwara State capital, during the handing over of tricycle ambulances to some selected primary health centers facilitated by him. The cover story is Nigeria must tackle menace of delayed medical attention, Senator OLUWAFISAYOMI. It's available on Daily Trust.
Still on Daily Trust newspaper, reps deny receiving $15 million to approve Buhari's loan request. The House of Representatives has dismissed the allegations that it's received $15 million from the executive's arm to approve the request for the restructuring of 22.7 trillion naira ways and means advances. In a statement signed by the House spokesperson Benjamin Kalu Friday, the House stated that the allegations are not only false but also baseless and unfounded. It could be recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari sent a request to the House for approval to restructure the 22.7 trillion naira ways and means advance taken from the Central Bank of Nigeria. Reps deny receiving $15 million to approve Buhari's loan request.
Okay, lastly on Daily Trust, before moving to Punch newspaper, FD moves to digitize birth registration. Target 12.72 million children in 2023. The federal government, through the National Population Commission on Friday, projected the registration of 12.72, that is 12.72 million under age 5 children in 2023 as it moved to digitize the process. The NPC Director of Vital Registration Department, Mr. Matthew Sunday, disclosed this in Lagos during the opening of a 2-day workshop on the operational plans for the digital birth code registration in the state, organized by the NPC Lagos office in collaborations with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. Read details on Daily Trust. It has the headline, FG moves to digitize birth registration. Target 12.72 million children in 2023. And I see that as a very, very laudable move. Now we will not be playing under 17 with 23, 25-year-old players again.
On the Saturday Punch newspaper, we said at the front, the leading story there, FG outgoing governors in last minute 3.7 trillion naira contract bazaar, appointment spread. President, wife, son spent over 250 days abroad for treatment. I will soon be appreciated for saving Labour Party, Apapa. For more details on it, I think at the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning.
Buhari outgoing governors in last minute 3.7 trillion naira contract bazaar, appointment spree. The President Muhammadu Buhari and some outgoing ministers and governors have embarked on last minute appointments, investigation by Saturday Punch has revealed. Punch correspondent also observed that Buhari and his ministers awarded contract worth over 3.7 trillion naira in the dying embers of his regime. The appointment of contract were awarded between March 20, 2023 and May 14, 2023 after the conduct of the presidential and governorship election, which produced Bola Tinubu of All Progressive Congress as president-elect, and a total of 28 governors out of the 16 newly elected governors will take over from their predecessor, who will complete their constitutional approved second term in office. However, some of the outgoing governors made last-minute appointments in the period under review. Buhari outgoing governors in last minute 3.7 trillion naira contract bazaar, appointment spree. The Punch has the details.
On the sports page of our Punch newspaper this Saturday morning, CAF, Al-Ali qualified for 4th consecutive Champions League final. The record champions Al-Ali has qualified for their 4th consecutive CAF Champions League final. They edged out Tunisians Esperance 1-0 in Cairo on Friday's night to qualify 4-0 on aggregate. Hussein Eshata scored the solidarity goal for Egyptians Red Devils in first half to secure the home victory and progress to their 6th final in 7 seasons. After the conservative start, Al-Ali broke the deadlock after 21st minute, and it was the South African wizard Mesitao who was the chief executor again. CAF Al-Ali qualified for the 4th consecutive Champions League final. Take on the sports newspaper sports page on Punch newspaper this morning.
Going to the Metro page of Punch newspaper, which will be the last story for the day. Stop keeping Seun Kuti's case file, lawyer tell police. Lawyers to embattled Afrobeat singer Seun Kuti have accused the police of disobeying a court order by withholding the artist's case file. The lawyer, in a statement on Friday, called on the Lagos State Deputy Commissioner of Police, Simon Lowe, to obey the order of a magistrate court to send the artist's case file to the Lagos State Director of Public Prosecutions for legal advice. Seun, a son of the late Afrobeat legend Fela Anikulapo Kuti, has been in the police custody since May 15 for allegedly assaulting a police officer. The singer-led counsel Adeyinka Olumide Fushika, SAN, accused the police of creating circles around the matter. Stop keeping Seun Kuti's case file, lawyer tells police. Punch at the Metro page is reporting that. On that note, we say it is a wrap on Freshlight this morning. Join us again on Monday, Jehovah's willing, where we'll be coming up with other interesting programs, especially Freshlight. But now we have the Smart Kids and other programs for your excitement, and even the news version of Freshlight, which is the Ojunto, coming up shortly. Thanks for listening. I remain AJIBOLA.
I'm SOWOLE MOSHOOD. We hope you have a lovely weekend.